What if the quietest offseason in recent memory is merely the calm before the storm, on the cusp of an explosion that could reshape two franchises, ignite a young star's career, and send ripples of anticipation across the entire league? Can the silent summer finally give way to a blockbuster deal that satisfies a disgruntled talent, re-energizes a dynasty, and propels a long-dormant contender back into relevance? The NBA offseason, typically a whirlwind of seismic shifts, audacious trades, and free agency frenzies, has, for some, been remarkably subdued. Amidst the usual cacophony of player movement, one team stands out for its profound silence: the Golden State Warriors. They are the lone franchise in the entire league that has yet to make a single move this summer, a stark contrast to their usual proactive approach. For a team that has built a modern dynasty on shrewd decisions and aggressive roster management, this stillness is almost unsettling, a lingering question mark hanging over their future. Are they simply biding their time, or are they trapped in a strategic stalemate? But beneath this veneer of inactivity, whispers have begun to coalesce into concrete reports, suggesting that the Warriors' quietude might be on the verge of shattering. A potential blockbuster trade is reportedly being discussed, one that could involve a disgruntled young star and a storied franchise from the Eastern Conference. The Chicago Bulls, a team with their own aspirations of returning to prominence, have emerged as a prime candidate to engage in a high-stakes negotiation that could fundamentally alter the trajectory of both organizations. This isn't just about shuffling pieces. It's about a strategic chess match where every move is calculated and the stakes are monumentally high. The Kaminga conundrum. A young star's quest for a brighter spotlight. At the very heart of this brewing storm is Jonathan Kuminga, a player whose raw talent and athletic potential have tantalized fans and scouts alike, yet whose journey in Golden State has been marked by a persistent struggle for consistent opportunity. For months, even before the last season drew to a close, the speculation surrounding Kaminga's future with the Warriors has been a constant hum in the NBA rumor mill. He has made no secret of his desire for a more substantial role, a starting spot, a chance to truly unleash his formidable abilities rather than being confined to a second-unit role player. It's a classic narrative in professional sports. A young, hungry talent bumping up against the established hierarchy of a veteran-laden, championship-contending team. Kaminga's frustration is palpable. He's a player who thrives on rhythm and consistent touches, something that has been difficult to come by on a Warriors roster featuring future Hall of Famers like Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. While he has shown flashes of brilliance, explosive drives to the basket, improved defensive instincts, and a developing mid-range game, the consistent minutes and offensive responsibility required for a player of his potential to truly blossom have remained elusive. He doesn't want to be a second-unit player forever, and it increasingly appears that his path to becoming a primary option won't be in Golden State. This divergence of ambition and opportunity has set the stage for a potential parting of ways, a strategic decision that could benefit both Kaminga and the Warriors in the long run. The Bulls emerge. A new home for Kaminga's ambition? Enter the Chicago Bulls, a franchise desperately seeking to re-establish itself as a force in the Eastern Conference. They possess the cap space and, crucially, the roster flexibility to offer Kaminga precisely what he craves: a starting role and a significantly increased usage rate. The Bulls' current roster, while featuring some intriguing pieces, lacks the dynamic, athletic wing presence that Kaminga could provide. His ability to attack the rim, defend multiple positions, and potentially develop into a consistent scoring threat would fill a critical void for a team that has often struggled with offensive consistency and athleticism. According to Brett Siegel, via Ray Almeida, the Bulls and Warriors have engaged in discussions to facilitate a Jonathan Kuminga sign-and trade. This isn't just idle chatter. It signifies a serious intent from both sides to find a mutually beneficial solution. A sign-and trade would allow Kaminga, a restricted free agent, to secure the long-term contract and role he desires, while also enabling the Warriors to acquire assets in return rather than losing him for nothing. For the Bulls, it represents a bold move, a commitment to acquiring a high-upside talent who could become a cornerstone of their future. They have the space, the need, and seemingly the desire to make Kaminga a central figure in their offensive and defensive schemes. The intricacies of the deal, Ayo Dosunmu, and the high demands the proposed centerpiece of any deal involving Chicago for Kaminga is reportedly Ayo Dosunmu. Dosunmu, a Chicago native, has developed into a tenacious defender and an increasingly reliable offensive contributor for the Bulls. His energy, defensive versatility, and improving three-point shot would make him an attractive asset for the Warriors, a team that values high IQ, two-way players who fit their unselfish system. He could provide valuable depth in their guard rotation, bringing a youthful spark and defensive tenacity that aligns with Golden State's identity. However, the complexities of a sign-and trade, especially for a player with Kaminga's potential, are significant. The Warriors, despite Kaminga's desire for a new home, will undoubtedly demand a substantial return. They won't simply give away a player with his upside without extracting significant value. This means the Bulls will need to assemble a package that not only includes Dosunmu, but potentially other assets or draft capital to satisfy Golden State's demands. The negotiation will be a delicate balancing act, a high-stakes poker game where both sides will try to maximize their leverage. Furthermore, the Bulls aren't the only team reportedly interested in Kaminga. Other franchises such as the Sacramento Kings have also been linked to the young forward, creating a competitive market. This means the Bulls face the pressure of not only meeting the Warriors' demands, but also outmaneuvering other potential suitors. There's a tangible chance that a deal with the Bulls doesn't materialize, forcing both Kaminga and the Warriors to explore other avenues. This adds a layer of tension and uncertainty to an already complex situation, making every negotiation point critical. A win-win scenario, unlocking potential for both sides. Despite the inherent challenges, if both sides are able to work things out, this could indeed be a trade that works well for both the Warriors and the Bulls. For the Warriors, moving Kaminga, while potentially painful, could be a necessary step. It would resolve a lingering locker room situation, free up minutes and touches for other players, and crucially, bring in a valuable asset like Ayo Dosunmu who fits their system and current needs. Dosunmu's defensive prowess and ability to play both guard spots would provide much-needed depth and versatility, allowing the Warriors to maintain their competitive edge while subtly retooling their roster. It's about maximizing value from a player who may have outgrown his current role and acquiring a piece that can contribute immediately to their championship aspirations. For the Bulls, acquiring Kaminga would be a significant coup. He possesses the athleticism, scoring potential, and defensive versatility that could make him a foundational piece for their future. Giving him a starting role and increased offensive responsibility could unlock the consistent star-level production that has only appeared in flashes so far. This trade would signal a clear direction for the Bulls, a commitment to building around young, high-upside talent, and a willingness to make bold moves to climb the ranks of the Eastern Conference. It's not just about adding a player, it's about adding a potential star who could accelerate their timeline for contention. The unpredictable dance of off-season ambition, the NBA offseason, with its intricate web of negotiations, rumors, and strategic maneuvers, is a testament to the constant evolution of professional sports. The potential Jonathan Kuminga trade, with the Chicago Bulls emerging as a serious suitor, encapsulates the very essence of this dynamic period. It highlights a Golden State Warriors team grappling with the delicate balance of maintaining a dynasty while managing player ambitions, and a Chicago Bulls team eager to shed its recent struggles and reestablish itself as a formidable force. The silence from Golden State has been deafening, but it appears to be the quiet before a potentially game-changing storm. The Kaminga situation is a high-stakes poker game with multiple teams at the table, each vying for a piece of his undeniable talent. The outcome of these negotiations will not only shape the immediate future of the Warriors and the Bulls, but could also send ripples across the league, altering the competitive landscape of both conferences. This isn't just about a player changing teams. It's about a young talent seeking his identity, a dynasty looking to retool, and a sleeping giant hoping to awaken. The chess pieces are moving, the stakes are rising, and the basketball world watches with bated breath, to see if this silent summer will finally erupt with the blockbuster move everyone has been anticipating. What are your thoughts on this potential Kaminga Dosunmu trade? Do you believe it's a win-win for both the Warriors and the Bulls, or are there hidden risks for either side? Share your predictions and insights in the comments below. If you felt the excitement and tension of this potential blockbuster, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive reports and in-depth analysis. Your engagement fuels our passion for bringing you the most compelling stories from the world of sports.